My father-in-law disliked me to the extent that he had to do a DNA test for my son. Okay, let's get into this one. I got married to my husband about 2 years ago. It took us almost a year for me to get pregnant. Right from the time of the relationship to the point we got married, my father in law never wanted his son to marry me. I guess it's because my elder sister did not know the father of her son and gave birth to her son while she was still in the house. We live very close, and so I guess he knows everything about my family, and my family knows everything about theirs as well. But my husband loves me so much that he did not care about what his dad think about my family. After our wedding, I couldn't get pregnant on time. It took us almost a year before I got pregnant. My father-in-law became most suspicious and always quarreling. When I finally got pregnant, my father-in-law still did not believe that it was my husband that was responsible for the pregnancy, and he took it upon himself when my child was about a year old that he secretly went to do a DNA test for my son without the knowledge of my husband and I. So while conducting the DNA test, he used himself as the baseline since he's the father to my husband. So when the result came out, it happens to be negative that my son do not belong to his son. So my husband was worried, and for the first time in his life, he started suspecting me and talking to me in a tone that I do not really appreciate. But because I know he loves me and he was doing all that because of the DNA result test, and because I was so sure of myself that during the time of our dating to the point where we got married, I have never for once cheated on him, and to date, I have never cheated on him. So I became curious myself and angry, and I started doubting the DNA result test. So I insisted that we must reconduct the DNA test and do it in a different hospital. But my father in law refused and said that if we must do it again, it has to be the same hospital if I have nothing to fear. So since I have nothing to fear, I decided that okay, we should go to the hospital. And we went to the same hospital to do a DNA test. This time, myself, my son, and my husband and his dad. So when the test finally came out, it happens that my son actually belongs to my husband, but my husband is not a son to my father-in-law. My father-in-law became so angry that he could not even believe the result test. So we went to another hospital to still do the same DNA test. It happens that my son still belongs to my husband, and my husband do not belong to my father-in-law, meaning my father-in-law is not actually the father of my husband. So he went home and the whole thing escalated. He has three sons and a girl. He took all of them for a DNA test and find out that none of the children belongs to him. Further tests proved that the man has fidelity issue and could never father children of his own. So the wife secretly cheated on him with other men and had children for him. Now I'm happy but kind of worried because my husband had to start to look for his own dad and do not know where to start from. Whoa, this is what P Square will say. It don't happen. Sometimes, like they say, is it curiosity killed the cat or something? I don't know how they say it, but it's something like that. This is serious. I don't know what the girl did to the man that the man never had to like the girl from the beginning and has to take things upon himself and get a DNA done. And this is the final result. At first, he was protecting his own son, looking out for his grandson. But now he has to look out for himself and everything. This is funny. Funny how things turn around. But this case, I don't even know what to say. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Will you say the man was wrong for trying to get a DNA test done for his grandson? Or will you say serves him right for not trusting his daughter in law from the onset? What's your thought on this?